Hey man, let me ask you something. What's the cost of living in this world?
To my immediate left, man. This is brother Apollo Brown, man. Let's start it up one time. Yeah.
What up?
Super producer. And to his left, we got Philmore Greene.
Yeah.
Got the city on fire, man.
Let's go.
And as I listen to this project and some of your older work, that's what you always presenting the storyline. Man, it was
Yesterday, it was a long time coming. The Hip Hop Convo podcast, big podcast in Chicago. You know, salute to McKinday and Amon and the rest of the good folks over there. We met up at my homie Twan's spot, V5 Coffee. We met there, we chopped it up for about 2 hours, and we spoke about the Cost of Living album. And it was a great conversation.
An album, a feature, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what it was gonna be, but ended up being this album, Cost of Living.
Now, as a producer, do you prefer to work in studio with the artist?
Good question, bro.
Because, mama just
Good question.
send me the joint out and send it back.
Nah, man. See, that's the thing, man. Everybody knows me. Nah, they know I don't do email albums, man. If we gonna do an album together, we're gonna get in the studio together.
We had a great time, and we made it a night. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday was very dope as always.
I've been a fan of Philmore for a while. Before I even got, engaged in his music, I knew that he ran with Rashid Hadi.
Rashid Hadi and I we were going through Detroit. We went to Detroit probably a few times, like more than 3 times in 1 month.
And one particular tour he came on with Sky Zoo and Elzai.
And he came through. Apollo and Rashid go way back. They go back, they're 15 years now.
Hadi's somebody I've known for a long time. A very well-respected producer. Anybody that messes with Hadi, man, I'm cool with.
Paulo had appreciation for the music. He expressed that, told me he was a fan.
Just kind of pulled him aside, man. It was just like, yo, man, I respect your music. I respect what you do. I'm a fan. And we need to work. I didn't know what that work would be. I didn't know if it would be a song or a feature or a whole album.
And, he reached out one day and was like, let's make this classic.
Obviously, it ended up being a whole album, and now we got Cost of Living.
Well, today, Apollo and I, we have the Cost of Living, listening session. We want to give people that opportunity to come in and check it out before the rest of the world. You know what I mean? So what I want from it, I want people to, listen to it, and people gonna leave with a different mind frame when they hear certain records.
Good morning, welcome to the average, no better place. These are the days of our lives, wishing for better days.
They may listen to some records and say, man, let me go seek therapy. Let me go talk to a therapist. I see Philmore's doing it, he's speaking about it in his records. Let me go call my mom because I just heard Just Imagine. She may be going through some trauma from some shit I did when I was a kid. Let me go do that. We just want to help people, man. You make music for yourself, but you touch other people with it. The stuff I create is thousands of people that's going through the same things.
Yo.
I've never known anything but hunger.
Everybody gotta eat. Look.
The sound of the album is really my personal interpretation of Chicago.
I wouldn't say he studied me. I didn't pick not one beat. Like he had these beats already crafted for me. It was his interpretation of Chicago. And he just gave them to me to paint over.
Being that I'm from Detroit, this is kind of how I feel like Chicago sounds in my ear.
This album is very introspective and it means a lot to me, and this is another notch on my career.
Amazing, beautiful album, very introspective. That's what we wanted. We wanted something that kind of captured, the life of many. There's really no rah-rah, no braggadocio. The whole album is life. It's life music.
Steep life.
Steep life coming up when niggas is sheep like.
Yeah.
Rappers and hoopers, we strive to be like. It's steep life coming up when niggas is sheep like.
Yeah.
Rappers and hoopers,
Look,
we strive to
step in the
be like.
concrete jungle.
You know, it's a very great experience. You know, I've been watching Apollo Brown and mellow music for years, bro.
And working with Phil, man, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Apollo Brown is a fucking legend, bro. Like you can't just get a beat from Apollo Brown. He's a fucking legend.
I've gained somebody who I work with professionally, but I've also gained a friend. I've also gained somebody that I respect.
I'ma come clean. Like, I used to rap to Apollo Brown beats before he even knew me. Like, I used to take the motherfucking instrumentals and put them on before the show and just rock the show, open the show with Apollo Brown beats. And me and my brother Saul, we would listen to his music, and everybody who used to get in the whip, they would know, like, this is what we're listening to.
You know, we have a lot of the same morals, a lot of the same values. We share a lot of the same interests. He's just an overall good dude, man, and I have a thing with that when I work with artists.
To work with Apollo Brown, it's dope, man. You know, when you work to this point, because you can't approach him, he has to approach you.
I'm just glad that I can be even the smallest piece in his career.
Cost of Living was amazing.
Oh, it was an absolutely amazing album. Phenomenal.
Epic. Great album.
First of all, the beats on this album, fire. They get into your soul, they get into your bones.
The beats were fire.
And you feel it in your gut and it makes you screw face. Overly moved and impressed by the sound, the quality.
But more importantly, like the message in the music. To say that this album is introspective, I feel like is an understatement.
It picked me up, took me, it dropped me off.
You know what I mean? With the productions and the rhymes, the content, what he talking about.
It's just like raw honesty, which is something that's, in the way in which he delivers, is not something you hear often.
Real hip hop, real MCing, real storytelling. That's what hip hop is originally about.
The flow of it, the storytelling.
Really vivid imagery of what it's like just living in Chicago.
It's epic. It's one of the greatest moments for Chicago history.
Fillmore actually believes what he writes, and that's important.
So if you ask me if it was good, probably my initial response would be, is it Pope religious, nigga? Yes.
Definitely an album that you should check out.
I'm definitely buying the vinyl.
Definitely a dope album, for sure.
Go cop that album.
Please, go cop that shit.
Apollo Brown, Philmore Greene, Cost of Living, out right now. You know what I mean? Go stream that on all DSPs, go cop that vinyl and the rest of the merch on the Bandcamp as well.